Hey everybody, it's Lance the Lush back on the back porch once again, and today we're talking about Revolution Brewing Company's Eugene Porter. Now, Lush fans, as you remember, my first foray with Revolution Brewing was Fist City, and I was very happy about it. Now, today we're looking at a porter for them. Now, I saw it out today. This is the first time I saw it, and I decided to buy it. Now, I'll give you a disclaimer right now. This is technically the first review in the world because as I look at my notes, the only thing I saw about it, Hopcast actually did a quickie review on it, and I'll provide the link in the description below so you know what it was. Now I'll let you know that this particular porter is 6.8% alcohol by volume, and the IBUs are 28. Now Beer Advocate gave it a 90, which is outstanding, and Rate Beer gave it a 95 and a 97 for the style. Now, doing the research on this, apparently there's also a coffee version of this. Now, I have not seen it here in Akron. I'm not sure if it's in this area, so if you know it's here in the greater Akron area, leave a comment below and let me know. Now, looking at the can, I'm not really seeing much of anything. Now it is time stamped for April the 7th, like January, February, March, yeah, April the 7th of this year. So I'm assuming that when this was actually made. Now here's what I do know, that I had to pull out the cell phone for this one. What the commercial description is. A striking, robust porter full of warmth and chocolate malt. Eugene is a robust porter named after Eugene V. Debs, an American union leader and activist who led the Pullman Railroad strike in 1894. An assortment of Belgian specialty malts form a complex structure, of toasted grain and caramel flavors. Dark chocolate malt makes this porter black as night and infuses it with its distinct, intense chocolate essence. Now, Lush fans, you know I really can't do chocolate, and I didn't know this, but I'm gonna soldier on and try this one out. Now, for this one, I brought out the good old English pub glass for it. Haven't brought it out just yet in the reviews, I've been using it. Now, it's definitely brown when I crack this. Now, I go for the pour. I know I poured a little quick because I didn't realize how thick it was at the start. But it's good to know with all this head, I want to point out something. It is very, very carbonated. I know you can't see it on the camera, but there's a lot of bubbles, and I mean a ton of bubbles. And it rises back up. You can kind of see it now. This is Guinness, well, nearly Guinness black. I won't go totally black, and I'm outside, so I'm not totally in front of a light to verify it. But it's definitely black. And I go for a smell. I definitely get that chocolate taste. Now, as far as the description, it smells like cheap chocolate. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing or a good thing for you chocolate lovers out there. But if you're so into chocolate, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So we're not even going to go there. That's a different topic for a different day. Now, I'm going to pour this out a little bit more. I would say, and I should have said this before I poured it again, there's very good head retention. And that's always a good thing, even though it's very carbonated. Now, sometimes there's a lot of beverages that's carbonated, it's awful. But I've noticed a lot with the craft side versus the malt or mainstream side. Head retention is usually a good sign. So we're going to find out now. Whoa. Now, Lush fans, this is not because it's bad. I can't do chocolate for the most part. Man, I should have took a shot before I took this. And I mean a medicine shot, not necessarily this type of shot, not an alcohol shot. You definitely have that chocolate taste. Now, this is probably, it definitely tastes like a very rich chocolate bar. A very, very, very rich one. I don't, and I'm gonna look back at the description again. I want to see something as I spill everything behind me. I want to see something out of curiosity on the description. It says Belgian specialty malts from a complex structure of toasted grain and caramel flavors. Now, Lush fans, I taste the caramel, but it's very distinct. Not necessarily in the background, but you can tell it's definitely there. You know, the specialty malts, I really don't taste it. It's very well hidden by the quality of the chocolate. Now, the Revolution Brewing, because I didn't look at their webpage before I started this particular review, I don't know if they said something very specific. They ordered something specific on what to do, and you can hear in the background the natives are getting restless. I've been hearing this all afternoon. Sorry. This is, I don't know what they did, but if I'm going back to finish off this can, then you know. Now you can see now, because the head is almost gone, it's definitely that, now I definitely say it's that Guinness Black. This is actually really good. I know the Lush is kind of rambling. You're probably wondering what kind of chocoboos I'm going to give this. In all honesty, even though I can't do chocolate, this is a 100%, no questions asked, 5 chocoboos. Let me explain why. When you get into like the specialty stuff like this, especially like with like passion sweets like chocolate, you have to be very careful they don't use cheap supplies. Now, Revolution, unless somebody tells me otherwise, did not here. Like me, I can do a lot of white chocolate. Honestly, in the background there's a funeral procession going on the street behind me. That's what all that honking is. This is 100% A+, Lush approves. Go find it. You can get it. Like I said, 5 chocoboos all the way. Well, Lush fans, this is Revolution Brewing Company's out of Chicago, Eugene Porter, and join me for the next edition of Lance the Lush.